Hello there, how you doing? Salud. I am the Rostowich. Here's where we learn the way of the Yansui Rasta, which is to say, my kind of Ital. Please subscribe and begin your own kind of Yansui witchcraft. All roads lead to Rome. Home. Hello, how you doing? Okay, so I've just a handful of more videos to go, and then I'll be done talking about myself, and I can get into the real stuff that I'm trying to do on this channel. Like I say, just with experience with my other two YouTube channels, I just know what comments are like and people are like, and I know that later these videos will come in handy because I can reference them. You know, like this video is going to be about an astrological look at me, you know, like, so if I'm making a video, instead of talking about how I'm a Taurus and blah, 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 I can just maybe mention I'm a Taurus and say, if you're interested in that and you want to know more about it, I'll leave a link in the description box, or you can look at my playlist about the story of me, you know, and then, so by doing all these first, then it'll be at the bottom, you know, on behind it, well hidden from all the other ones, you know. So that's why I'm doing them first. I want to get them all done before I start doing the real fun stuff. So, but I think it's important. It is. It's just how humans work. We want to know a little background before we listen to someone. I think this one's important. An astrological look at me. Pardon me. Because I think an astrological look. I think it's summer. That's my air conditioner. It's like in between like 95 and over 100 the last couple months. Okay, so I think that astrology is better. Like the way we look at people, like boys are this girl, you know, males are this way and females are that way, and there's just differences between a man and a woman and all that. Though that can be true, I think it's even more true and more accurate to look at people astrologically, in my own experience, because, like, you know, like they'll say like women multitask better, you know, but then that's just like so often not true. You'll see men that are excellent multitaskers, and women they just have no ability to multitask, like, every day, you know. There's just like those. If you look at it that way, it's just too general. It's too general. You know, all men are like this and all women are like that. It's just too general. But astrology, and people say the position of the planets, you know, I guess this video isn't for you then, you know, but the common problem people make with astrology is they read one book or one part of a book, or even just one conversation with someone that knows about astrology, and they out of that they try to form an opinion, when the way astrology really works, it's something that you'd want to spend many years on, you know, read more than one book on, watch many videos about, and have many conversations with many people. That's probably the most important one in my experience, you know, because, like, hey, you're a Sagittarius, aren't you? Nope, I'm a Scorpio. Oh. Well, because I just found like you're very energetic. Then you get to talk to him, you get to know him a little better, and you realize, oh, I see where I went wrong. And, you know, those kind of experiences, both when you're right and when you're wrong, they add up. And by the time they're in like you have like 1,000 or 2,000 instances where you've been learning things, it starts to make sense. So it might take years, you know, but you have to be kind of actively learning about it for a long time. And then you have, it's kind of like science. You have all this scientific, you know, you have all these proofs and references, you know, to go by. So one thing I think is interesting is with the Kabbalah, you learn that astrology, tarot, and the Kabbalah are really all the same thing, which is really interesting. I think that the symbology comes from Egypt. It's the Book of Thoth. I guess that the tarot deck would be the deepest dive of all those. And that's just my opinion. It's a very Kabbalistic way of looking at it. That pretty much is what the Kabbalah is all about. but it's the same. It's just all the same kind of thing, you know. Like you learn that you know the devil card, the Capricorn corresponds to that, you know. And no, I was gonna pause it. Sorry, but yeah, even though it's like 100 degrees out, the air conditioner drops my temperature enough that I start to catch a cold. Practically, I'm really wimpy. I'm a desert heat summer person. Um. Anyway, okay, so I think that's enough about astrology. So look at me. So like, first of all, I am a Taurus. So really, I'm on the cusp. I'm a Taurus Gemini cusp. So a Taurus is stubborn. A Taurus is the bull. That's relevant to listeners. You know, you're listening to a bull. I'm stubborn, and I'm mean, and I'm potentially dangerous. But the truth is about like if you study serial killers are more often like cancers or Scorpios or you know I can't remember what they are, but and Gemini's. But Tauruses, though Tauruses are we're stubborn and we're bulls, so we're dangerous. We'll get in your face. You probably don't want to mess with us because we do dare to punch you in the nose, but only up to a point because we're also a feminine energy and we're marshmallows on the inside. We're very sensitive and we care a lot. When you go to four-way stop signs and it's like no you go no you go no you go. You know the people that are just like me. I really care. I care about. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and I really care about people. You know I care about you. That's my small dog and small, you know, like a cat voice. But anyway, you know how I speak to those. Anyway, you know we care a lot, so we can be mean and everything, but the good side is that it's kind of up to a point, you know. And also, you don't want to make us mad because, like, once you make a bull mad, they're mad for. It takes more to get us mad, but once we're mad, it also takes time and effort to get us to cool down. So basically, it's a lose-lose situation. You don't want to make us mad, but I'm a Gemini too, you know. So Tauruses are very fixed. You know, we like the same thing, we walk the same way. We're of the turtle clan in Native American astrology. So like the tortoise and the hare, we're the tortoise. You know, very sure-footed and very fixed and everything. Like Gemini is kind of the opposite. It's like the butterfly clan. So it's like kind of it's two opposites put together. Taurus is an earth sign. The turtle clan and Gemini is a butterfly clan. It's an air sign, so it's a masculine energy. So that's what you see a lot here too at play because it's my intellectual side. My masculine side is my intellectual side, which is what this channel is all about, mostly, you know. But also, it's like Tauruses, they're very stable and and they're like routines a lot. But with me, I like routines, and I'm all those things too. But if you don't switch it up every once in a while, I get bored, and that becomes a bad thing. That's you know that's kind of the difference between a Taurus and a Taurus Gemini cusp, is that we're very much a Taurus, but you have to switch it up, and you know, like there's also this opposite energy there, where like anything that you are, also you're not at the same time, you know. So you have to kind of mix things up, you know. My moon is in Pisces, like Robin Williams, Michael Jackson, you know. Moon Pisces people, our insides are some of the most misunderstood. It's really hard to Pisces are hard to understand, especially when it's your moon, it's your inside. To get to know my moon, you have to get to know me better. So moon Pisces, that's relevant on this channel too, because things like the Kabbalah and the occult come really easy to us. We can understand something in more than twice as fast as other people can when it comes to things like that. And we're very intuitive. We practically are so intuitive we can read people's minds. We're very sensitive, but the shadow side of is that we usually are alcoholics or you know like drunks, or like I have a history with alcohol, and and certainly cannabis, which I wouldn't call that a drug, but still, it's with the point is we have escape things. Like right now, I don't drink alcohol, nor do I smoke cannabis, but I've got my escapisms like coffee and chocolate and like cartoons and comic books and nature documentaries and even just fantasizing and like using my imagination and things like that. So that's the moon Pisces. My ascendant is in Sagittarius. You'll see me always showing you my tattoo with the Temperance card there. The corresponding tarot card for Sagittarius is Temperance, the Temperance card. You know, Temperance. That's why like people they're like, oh, well, you're 52. You don't look 52. You know, Sagittarius ascendants. We tend to age really well. We don't look real. We usually look. Our faces usually look much younger than we really are, and things like along those lines. It's a fire sign, so really energetic. Your ascendant's kind of like your greatest hits. Your sun, Taurus, Gemini is my sun sign, so that's what you see and experience. Moon sign is like your insides. You got to get to know them better, and then ascendant is kind of like your overall everything. You know, I've heard it said before, like, why don't we ask people what their ascendant is? That seems more relevant. And it's like, that's a good question. That'd be a good question to ask someone that knows more about astrology than me. Like what? Why do we focus so much on sun signs when ascendant is arguably even more important? You know, and I'm not real good at even knowing the difference between your ascendant and your sun sign. You know, they're kind of, you know, the like people that work with me know I'm always in a good mood. I'm always energetic. You know, I crash at the end of the day, but I've got lots of creativity, lots of energy. You know, you mix together the Gemini thing with the Sagittarius thing. I predictably have a whole bunch of projects. I don't finish all of them. I've got creative things and lots of energy. You know, and so that's what you see there. You know, I'm like a turtle, but I've got lots. You know, everything I've said so far, you would think that I'm really mellow and kind of slow, but really I'm very fiery and energetic at the same time. You know, uh, my Venus is in Mars. That's relevant because like to really connect with me, especially on like a romantic level, like a boyfriend. If you know my Venus is in Mars, you know that I probably don't like really feminine guys. You know, and that's true. I like guys with really masculine forearms. I like masculine men. You know, if you're too like wimpy, oh, I'm hurt, my toe hurts, and you know, it's like even if you're a female, you know, too much of like the whining and things like that, it's like, ugh, that's just you can't tolerate that if your Venus is in Mars, and then blah blah blah. There's more, but that's the general idea. I think that if you listen to this video and you're taking my channel seriously, this is well worth your time. You'll understand me even better.